Because you see, Roosevelt Skerritt is supposed to be under a state of panic in Dominica right now, and he's not. He's not. There is no power. There is no power that affects him. No power that shifts him. No power that makes him scared. You see, and that is not about the people. The people will gravitate to power. There is an absence of power in this opposition movement, Matt. An absence of power. There is objective discussion. There is media bites. There is song bites. There is conversation, but there's an absence of power. The United Workers' Party has not understood fully what political power means. Political power means when these papers come out that you can get on that radio in 5 minutes and someone Lago to be filled for Friday night and Lago is filled. The United Workers' Party does not have that kind of power. That is the problem. People are going to gravitate to power. People are fed up of scary. The people know it's bullshit that's going on in Dominica. They know. They know. But people are going to gravitate to power because Skerritt is so vindictive that people are not going to go up against Skerritt outwardly until they are sure that this movement that is going to go out against Skerritt is going to stand up and stay firm and execute the mission. And the United Workers' Party does not give that level of confidence to people of Dominica at this point in time. I don't care how much talking is going on. I don't care how much things are held. There is not a level of power in that party that makes people know that we're going to do this thing. Because believe you me, Dominicans are ready to do this thing. I know my people. They know Skerritt is garbage. I'm telling you straight off, Matt. If these guys cannot pull this thing off against this level of corruption, they have to resign, you know. Seriously, it's nonsense that. It's nonsense that. There needs to be an opposition of power. A power to challenge the dictatorship and take it out. Power. Not talk, not nothing. Real power. That when people know that power comes, they feel it and they're ready to go and do this thing. And the United Workers' Party is not giving people that level of confidence that they can execute this thing against Roosevelt Skerritt. That is the problem.
The opposition under the microscope there. Hello.
Yes, Matt, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, yeah, let's say I agree with this gentleman that there is no power. But the power lies in the people, Matt. The power does not lie in some people. The power lies in the people. And if people are not prepared to follow a leader might be weak and people might be strong, and you automatically make that leader a strong leader because of the power of the people at the back of the leader. You have seen demonstrations. Mother, I brought my children to some. I brought my children to walk while every other person's mad. They stay at their home. People stay at their home and expect 6 or 7 or 9 fellas in an opposition to be the strongest force in the world. They're leading them to rallies. They're leading them to walks. They're leading them to Lion River Hotel. They give them all the information on Lion River Hotel. That is leading information. Information is the key to leading any nation. And when a nation is getting information and they fix and lies on it, they cannot go forward, Matt. That is my point to Eustace Marshall again.
Thank you. Hello. Talk to me.
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those with humanity. Mr. Pelty, blessings to your family, sir.
Good morning to you, sir. Blessings. Good to hear from you.
All right. Let me shout out Mr. Marshall as well. Blessings to you and his family. Mr. Pelty.
Yes.
I just wanted to chip in, all right?
Do your thing.
I listened yesterday, and we love to lose focus. We get distracted very easily. The brother is free to his own opinions, and maybe to a more lesser extent, he may be correct, because who is the opposition? The people that is opposed to the madness. And if they're weak, the leaders must appear to be weak. If the people refuse, because there's a saying, brother taught me, when the people lead, the leaders will follow, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's only when the people lead, the leaders can follow. Leader and leadership, when they talk leadership is everything. It's madness, because it's all about an individualistic approach of leadership. So when they talk about leadership is everything, they're talking about a one-man approach. But really and truly, leadership is in the collective. It's not a selective or an individualistic approach towards governance or leading anything. So anytime you become a unilateralist, so to speak, you alone can do it all, you will end up in a lot of trouble like what that is happening in Dominica. Perfect example. Matt, you know I'm at the hospital. I don't want to talk too long, but I have something else to say. May I quickly?
Yes, quickly, please.
Yes, Matt. I want people to read a book, they need to get it, from Max Hitchcock, Cashless, Matt, Bible Prophecy, Economic Chaos, and the Future Financial Order. What that is happening is no surprise to me because I understand clearly where the world is heading. I told people already, on a global scale, the phoenix is on fire. It needs to be burned down to the ashes and rise up with more stringent, brutal, draconian measures, because it's all about population reduction, it's all about absolute power, and we will see what that democracy from the West is all about. It's just a matter of time, my brother. Blessings to you. Take care.
Take care of yourself. Blessings there. 8:22 is the morning time. Hello.
Hey, Matt, how are you doing, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Matt, I would like to interact with you a couple of minutes, please, Matt, because we want to...
Because we don't have too much time, so make it quick.
Yeah, because, Matt, you see, you didn't interact with Mr. Lloyd yesterday when he called you, Matt. And because I'd expect you to be asking him some specific questions in terms of what specifically does he expect from the opposition to demonstrate that type of power that he's talking about? Does he expect them to advocate for throwing stones, kidnapping government officials?
Didn't you hear me the day before asking him the same questions you're asking me now? What is it that he really is looking for?
Yes, please, Matt, please.
And I'm just saying, I'm telling you that I asked him the very questions the day before, yesterday, because he seemed to be very adamant about what, he wants the opposition to do. But I'm getting from all of this that he wants the opposition to be a little more militant. That, like what we have seen, somebody just pointed, let's just say a Rosie Douglas in the 90s or 80s.
But Matt, here we go again, Matt. You see, we just calling names and speaking in general. Rosie Douglas. What did Rosie Douglas do? Burn tires, block roads. So we need to be specific because we have a young generation now, a number of young people. They do not know about Rosie Douglas or even in 1979, when Charles Savary ordered the stoning of Karam's house. Peter Karam can tell us about that. You understand? And then ministers of government were attacked by various public servants acting on the orders of the now sitting president, Matt. So that needs to be specific so to help us as we move through this thing, Matt, because he cannot just sit down there and just expect us, to understand what he's saying without being more specific, Matt, because he's just speaking in general terms. And if he's not...
But you want specifics, huh?
I want specifics, Matt, because otherwise, Matt, he's just contributing to the talk shop, Matt, because again, Matt, he did attack the talk show program, and you are having a talk show program. That's how you make your living, and you do not take any objection or umbrage to his attacks on the talk show, Matt.
And he's not making an objection, Brian. The guy is basically telling the opposition, whether you believe him or not, that he wants to see a little more, if you will, militancy from the opposition. He thinks that they're talking too much. And but if you object that, then fine. That is your opinion, but don't tell me that he's attacking. I don't think he's attacking any talk show or anything like that. That's his opinion, Brian. If you don't believe in what he says, when you express your own opinion. It's 8:25. Talk to me.
Matt?
I'm here.
Yeah, well, you need to come and lead. He's the opposition. So don't just stay over there and want us to fight. Come!
You don't believe in what he's saying. Mr. Lloyd, the people of Dominica are saying, come down to Dominica and do what you're asking, okay? So if you pointing fingers, they always say they're about 3 pointing back at you. Come lead that struggle there. Hello?
Hello, Matt.
Yes.
Matt.
Mola.
Comment oui?
Mola.
Mais Bamadou ça, où est boucle qui avait dit ça hier?
Oui.
Monsieur fait un bon speech because to bouti on gouvernement in your by election là où ni Ian Peanut fait 11 ans pour vieux bagay. Every Reginald Austri, Yo tout bay an le opposition nan. Kadi sa timoun nan fe. Sa INP dat fe timoun nan. Eve yo tout la ka bak sa. Tout moun ka bak se. Eve on yo gouvernement still la ka ba l'argent. Ba on check. Am kachakou pou Point Michel. Ba yo l'argent. Eve mette moun nan mise because l'argent sa yo ka ba ou la. So l'argent.
So sa ka di an bag? Yo ka pale twap?
L'argent yo ka ba ou la. So l'argent pour end up Princess Margaret Hospital because majority moun Dominique c'est Princess Margaret Hospital yo end up ever. Là yo ale yo ka levon se because là we va là pas capable bon treatment. C'est tiwe kou ni pour kou y aller. So là bouk la dit ça, nous ni droit tout bout ever garder gouvernement ça avec kou y aller. Nous ni pour kou y aller monsieur.
All right, caller. I'm back, merci. Hello.
Yes, good morning, Matt.
Yes.
Man, I would like to ask that man that calling you there.
He's not a man. His name is Zed Lloyd. Lloyd. Huh? Okay, go ahead.
Is he from Roseau, Bradford area?
I don't know where he's from. I'm not interested.
Okay, let me ask him a question. Is he a member of the new political party that's been formed in the United States?
What does that have to do with the statement that the man made? Or what party he belongs to? Doesn't really matter. He made a statement. And, of course, react to the statement he made. What party, whether it's blue, red, yellow, or green, I don't think that has anything to do with what you know he's talking about.
Yes, Matt, because apparently he has some motives, Matt, because the way he speaks, Matt, something wrong somewhere. They live in Dominica, they're going away, they're not never coming back here.
Oh, you get it personal now, okay? Speak to the man's point. 828.
Yes, yes. When Mr. Linton and them went to Layo, how many of the people showed up? When he took the walk from Layo to Roseau, I took the walk partly, I met them halfway. How many people showed up? So how much more this man have is the people have to make that move because they're the one that's struggling and feeling it also. And he's not doing that for himself only. He's doing that for the people of the island. And if they don't take heed, what Blessing says there, a lot of people are still sleeping.
Here's what the man said. I suspect it's a total misinterpretation, whether by intention. Here's what the guy said, okay? We'll be making a stop in the next few minutes and engaging you further. But listen to him.
I hope Dale's listening. I feel his pain, you know. The people of Dominica are ready, you know. The people of Dominica are ready. You see, people gravitate to power. People gravitate to power. And I heard the Prime Minister speak this morning about the opposition, you know, being a waste of time. And you know, in many ways, you know, he may be right. He may be right. He may be right because, you see, Roosevelt Skerrit is supposed to be in the state of panic in Dominica right now, and he's not. He's not. There is no power. There is no power that affects him. No power that shifts him. No power that makes him scared. You see, and that is not about the people. The people will gravitate to power. There is an absence of power in this opposition movement, Matt. An absence of power. There is objective discussion, there is media bites, there is song bites, there is conversation, but there's an absence of power. The United Workers' Party has not understood fully what political power means. Political power means when these papers come out that you can get on that radio in 5 minutes and summon Lago to be filled for Friday night and Lago is filled. The United Workers' Party does not have that kind of power. That is the problem. People are going to gravitate to power. People are fed up of Skerrit. People know it's bullshit that's going on in Dominica. They know. They know. But people are going to gravitate to power because Skerrit is so vindictive that people are not going to go up against Skerrit outwardly until they are sure that this movement that is going to go out against Skerrit is going to stand up and stay firm and execute the mission. And the United Workers' Party does not give that level of confidence to people of Dominica at this point in time. I don't care how much talking is going on. I don't care how much things are held. There is not a level of power in that party that makes people know that we're going to do this thing. Because believe you me, Dominicans are ready to do this thing. I know my people. They know Skerrit is garbage. They know Skerrit is garbage. I'm telling you straight off, Matt. If these guys cannot pull this thing off against this level of corruption, they have to resign, you know. Seriously, it's nonsense that. It's nonsense that. It needs to be an opposition of power. A power to challenge the dictatorship and take it out. Power. Not talk, not real power. That when people know that power come, they feel it and they're ready to go and do this thing. And the United Workers Party is not giving people that level of confidence that they can execute this thing against Roosevelt Skerrit. That is the problem.
We'll take two final phone calls this much. Let's say final. And then we'll move to another stop. Having an interesting discussion with good friend and colleague, Mr. Gabriel Christian. About some exciting initiatives and a book to be launched tonight. And then we'll continue the discussion. I'm hoping that I get the opposition leader, Mr. Lennox Linton, after we stop this morning with our distinguished guests. Hello, talk to me here.
Hello, good morning, Matt.
I'm here.
I am a United Workers Party supporter, and I agree with the man. We have too much talk and less action. We need more action. The people of Dominica are ready, but they are still not ready. Because when Lennox called them to come in the streets and demonstrate and do things, they don't do it, they hide. When he calls for people to put the boots on the ground, they don't. They are scared. We are not ready yet. In time of Edison James, the Labour Party supporters, the Freedom Rides, they were all out. They were putting boots on the ground because they were fed up. And their voices were heard. You understand? So we need to put boots on the ground. We are too much talk, and too much talk. We just need action in this country. The people are fed up, and we need to make it known that we are fed up.
All right, thank you very much. Talk about action. I've been, watching with sadness what's going down in Venezuela. We have to keep watch there, okay? Dominique, I think you should make a statement about what is going on. I haven't heard the Prime Minister on the situation there. I'm hoping that the statement is released the soonest. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes.
Yeah, I support the caller 100% from New York. I live in Dominica and I find the opposition is too weak. Too much nonsense going on, and those guys...
What do you mean too weak? Because I've heard on many occasions that the leader has called for people, to protest. Is it the leader that's weak or the people? Just agree, well, sample fair, huh?
Well, the people are ready. I met people and people are ready, but leadership, people need leadership, and they're not seeing that. And I given those guys one more year, and if they can't back up, I think they should resign, all of them.
All right, hello, talk to me.
Every caller who is of the opinion that the opposition is too weak to get people out, Matt. Once they call in, I just want to do a survey and just ask, if you're in Dominica or when you were in Dominica and the opposition called for people to demonstrate on the streets or come out, whatever, boots on the ground. One, if they were there with the opposition party when the leaders of the opposition were out there losing their salaries, not getting paid, and all those kind of things, going to court, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in court for demonstrating. If they were there, number one, and if they've ever initiated anything as a people or organizational movement to come out on the street, because as I have always said, every movement that has moved the government comes from the people and not from political opposition. Just look around the region, look back in our own history in 79, and see if it was a political organization or party that took to the streets or private individuals. I mean, just a question, an easy survey. When they call in, just put the question to them, see what happens.
All right. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Yes, morning, hello.
I'm here.
Boots on the ground.
Yes, boots on the ground, yes.
Matt, when people comment about the opposition and what the opposition should be doing now, sometimes I want to ask if the members of the opposition, the guys who represent the people in the house, if they must go to town and pour gas on themselves and crack matches and burn themselves for Dominicans to see the opposition working, because that's what happened somewhere in the Middle East. Matt, if you look at what is happening, the opposition is around the people all the time. But everybody is fear of something they're waiting on, or something their family gets, or somewhere their people, their parents surviving from. Matt, I'm a victim, you know. I don't have to hide it. But our people need to get up on their feet if they want to make changes. Matt, you cannot expect the opposition to go and pull people out of their houses and take them to town. In the 70s, I was a working man, and I was instigated to be in Roseau, and there was no leaders among us. The people was in Roseau on May 29th, and my friend got shot. I was involved because the people at the time understand the power of the people. The people have more power than the people in power. The power is in the hands of the people. That was the lesson that we were learning at the time, because Dominica had some problems. But Matt, over the time we see in Dominica have been getting problem. It's just like when the geese boat used to come for bananas, and one lighter used to lose the line, and they have to wait for the next tug to pull them on shore. Dominica have been waiting all the time for our tugs to go past us, and we cannot hold the rope. Dominicans, all our children, the money that we're hearing about, their scholarship, their university fees are involved in it. Are we going to ask the opposition to go to town and burn themselves? When Dominicans go to town and get ready, the opposition will be there to lead them. They are people with the positive vibration to lead Dominica. I thank you, Mark. Bye-bye.
Okay, and I thank you too. And we're going to come back sometime later in the hour to continue this discussion. But we must make this stop at this time and come back after this.
Are you on the go in the USA and need to listen to your favorite radio station in Dominica? You can simply call 1-605-562-5302 in the USA free of charge if you have unlimited minutes. No data, no internet, no app needed. You heard right. Freely dial 1-605-562-5302 in the USA with unlimited minutes and tune into Q95 FM radio all the way in Dominica. You can listen to their 24-hour programming in the USA on your phone by dialing 1-605-562-5302. Have 1-605-562-5302 on your speed dial today. Call 1-605-562-5302 in the USA to listen now and at any time with unlimited minutes. 1-605-562-5302.
Saturday, June 4, Harlem Plaza. Fans from all across will converge for a night of sweet reggae lovers rock featuring the legendary Sanchez live in concert. Sanchez and the Chronic Band out of Jamaica. With hit after hit after hit. Sanchez. Secure your advance tickets now. $60 from Bullseye, Skeeter, Booyah Flavor, Petland and Marboy Roseau, Jabba Scott said Miss Bay Granby, Mini Cash Portsmouth, Small Axe, and at Reggae on the Boardwalk. Limited VIP $100 with complimentary drinks. Saturday, June 4, a must-see. Sanchez, one of the best voices in reggae. Alongside Dr. Silk and the Revolution Band, DJ Spawner, DJ Matthew, and more. Presented by Dutch Lady Power Shake, Milan's Bar and Grill, Digicel, Vibes Radio, Kubuli, Fort Young, Arden Sounds, Sunflower Bakery, Best Deal Rentals, and Mirror Entertainment. You don't want to miss this. Sanchez.
My girl, come and walk with me.
We're taking an ease somewhat from the heated discussion that we have here. We're talking to some professors in the house. So a group of prominent people in the house this morning. I'm going to allow Mr. Gabriel Christian, a lawyer by profession in Washington. We'll allow him, Mr. Gabriel Christian. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother Matt, and good morning to Dominicans at home and abroad. Thank you very much for having us. And, it really is a beautiful day here in Dominica. I know we have our challenges, but we are trying to meet them in a creative, meaningful, as my father would say, fashion. This morning we have the honor and privilege of welcoming to our shores two distinguished professors from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. They have been invited here by the University of West Indies, Ms. Kimon Joseph, of course, and the folks at the UNDP Small Grants Project, Jeff, led by Agnes Esprit, in cooperation and collaboration with the Caribbean Agricultural Network, led by our director, Mr. Errol Emmanuel, my old agriculture science student from the grammar school. I want to say my...
Don't make it sound that you're that old.
I was just 18, I was 18. I started teaching at the grammar school at 18 years old. So I thought people were a little older. But, and of course, Dr. Sam Christian, Dr. Davison Lloyd, and all the good people who worked with us in 2015 to realize Chocolate de la Dominique. We'll talk about that. But first, let's introduce, to my right, Dr. Dutri Patel Davis, who's a food scientist at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Then, of course, to her right, Dr. Caleb Nindo,
yes,
who's also a food scientist, both of them professors at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and our brother, Errol Emmanuel. The whole, as we would say back in the day, struggle or effort was to create wealth for people, create a prosperous society by applying the scientific method to agriculture so we could enhance value. As opposed to selling the raw material, we could, in fact, value add to it and create prosperity in the rural areas as well as in town. Chocolate de la Dominique was a material manifestation of that. I see you have your bar in your hand. Mm-hmm. What does it look like, Matt?
Oh, looks very beautiful. Feel like I need to consume it right now.
So, without further ado, I will say that they are here to do a master class at the Dominica Grammar School Home Economics Center. We're very thankful for the principal, Ms. Alicia Jacques Abraham, Christian, before that my former sister, my sister-in-law, I would say, and the Chief Education Officer, Ms. Melina Fontaine, who made the facility available. We'll be doing that on Saturday from 9 to noon. They'll be doing a master class as part of the University of West Indies Food Security and Agriculture Program. So let Ms. Patel tell us about her first impressions of Dominica, and followed by Dr. Nindo and, of course, our brother, Errol Emmanuel.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good.
You seem very relaxed, like
yes,
you've been here for some time.
Yes. We came here last night, and because it was evening, it was slightly dark to enjoy the sight.
Right.
However, the moment the morning arrived, it was beautiful. We have the beautiful blue ocean. This country is beautiful, so lush green, full of natural resources, and I'm really enjoying this weather. So I'm really happy to be here.
I'm sure you'll be back again after spending a few days.
Hopefully, yes.
What's your mission here?
My mission here is to enhance the partnership between the University of West Indies and University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Our focus is sustainable agriculture. And what that means is that when we have so much produce that we are producing, how we make it last longer, and what are the scientific ways to use those methodology to keep it more sustainable so that the local communities are benefited by it, and not just that, they can actually commercialize those products and expand their businesses. So that's the possibility we are looking into. We are still trying to learn the needs here. We are trying to learn the issues issues that the local community faces every day. So right now it's a learning experience for us too. So we are really excited to be here, and I welcome all of you to join us on Saturday and learn a scientific way to preserve food at home. This is going to be very focused on consumers than commercial. However, Dr. Nindo, on the other hand, is going to work on the commercial side of it. So I think I'm going to let him talk more about it.
Thank you very much, Duty, for that introduction. My name is Caleb Nindo from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. We have a very strong food science and technology program there, and thanks to Gabriel for bringing us on board, and with a collaboration with the University of the West Indies, the Open Campus that is led by Mr. Kimon Joseph. We are indeed very, very grateful for this invitation to be able to be here. And again, the conversations that have gone before that to lay the groundwork for this, we are indeed very grateful for the UNDP program that Agnes is leading, and for the Caribbean Agricultural Network. We really appreciate that. I do want to say that the genesis of this, and my colleague Duri has mentioned, this is a great learning process for us. And my first impression here coming, my first visit really to the Caribbean. And
it is?
Yes, it is. And just arriving yesterday, it's a beautiful scenery arriving into Dominica. And I have just very memorable impression of that, my first landing here, and what a beautiful morning, the sight to behold out there. But just to get to the point about,
you want to let them know that you're looking out of the balcony of the
yes, out of the balcony of the Garaway Hotel, and that indeed it was a very beautiful sight this morning. I want to speak about the my work involves preservation of fruits. Fruits, yes, and mangoes. And we were driving as we were coming up from the airport, and you see trees and with mangoes hanging. And we want to talk about the preservation and the processing of those fruit, and how we can be able to add value to those. That is some work that I have done for many years, and I just know what it means to grow.
Where are you from originally?
Originally from Kenya. So this is tropical. I look at this, and the products that you have here in Dominica, the mangoes, they're similar. And the waste that after you produce the mangoes in Kenya, I was relating that to Gabriel yesterday. You take they harvest the fruits, they take them to the market, and if there's nobody who would want to buy them, they leave them there to rot. So isn't there something we can do about that? Here in Dominica, we are talking about Dominican chocolate that has been produced here to be marketed. How about the mangoes? How about some of the other fruits that we can add value to? And so coming from that experience, and with the collaboration with the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, we are very grateful that we can be able to participate in this program and into during that workshop. And something else that I wanted to really mention, just this week, we had an opportunity to sign a memorandum of agreement with the Dominican State College. And the president of the university, Dr. Donald Peters, was there, with the ambassador, Hubert, was there too.
Mr. Charles.
Mr. Charles, yes. Was there, and we signed an agreement to be able to start this process. So that is the beginning. And we are here during this first visit. And I believe this is not going to be my last time here. We want to see this thing grow. We want to see more engagement with the peoples of this beautiful island, so that we can be able to move this process forward. I expect that many of you will take the opportunity to be at the workshop, those who can be able to attend, to be able to participate in this event. And we are very delighted for the Dominicans in the diaspora and here to be engaged with the development of the community.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. You're excited about this, what seemed to be a new level of partnership here?
Well, good morning to your listeners, Matt, and indeed, it's like a breath of fresh air this morning. A number of persons have been asking, what about Gabriel? And whilst I was in the States last year with Gabriel, I told him, Gabriel, what gives you that continued passion, although people try to bring you down? What gives you that passion and love to continue to want to do things for Dominica? And like Gabriel said, he taught me at grammar school. I've been his friend for over 35 years. And there's a passion, a desire to see Dominica do better where we can do better. And this morning is another demonstration of Gabriel's passion for Dominica and to see things happen that we can do. And the whole question of food preservation is a science that is there, and it is a science that we know people like Sister Nats have attempted to do in the past. And we just want to recognize her effort, but what we're doing is bringing in these professors to add value to what she have started. And we know in Dominica there are a number of crops that are seasonal. When guava is in season, it is plentiful, it is wasteful. When mangoes are in season, you drive from Untap Kinfield coming down the road, and you just take a scent of mangoes rotting on the ground. This is value that is being wasted. And so our training on Saturday morning is to see things that we once had wasting converted into real value that can improve the livelihood of people in the rural community and in the country, to the point where we can actually commercialize it, export, and get foreign exchange. So that is what we're about. We have testimony here this morning of the chocolate de Dominic. An effort again where instead of taking raw materials and export, we have taken our beans from Dominic and converted it into a premium, high value, 70% dark chocolate. So product conversion is the way we have to support one of the ways we have to support agriculture. In the past, we've been focused on fresh produce exports only. We now have to make a serious concerted effort to focus on product conversion, added value, and this is what we have the professors here to do to assist us in that process. Saturday is the beginning of a long journey and a continued partnership with our professors from the University of Maryland East Shore. And like he said, it is his first visit, but certainly at Cannes level, we certainly know that you all are going to be here probably annually. Once the university continues to engage us and build that relationship, it is a long lasting relationship we're looking forward to that will mutually benefit our citizens in Dominica, our scientists, our youth, our people in the food processing business, and the University of Maryland Eastern.
Where's the session on Saturday? Where is it taking place?
The session is taking place at the Dominica Grammar School on Valley Road. And like Mr. Christian said, we want to thank Miss Alicia, who was my French teacher also at the grammar school. So it's full circle. We're all going to be at the grammar school on Saturday from 9.
You seem pretty excited about this.
Yeah, we'll make sure we have folks from the SCV and only the schools.
Yes, certainly it's not a Dominica Grammar School activity. The location is there. We are thankful that we're going to be using their home economic lab. But certainly it's something to be excited about. We originally was thinking about 15 participants. I told Gabriel, based on just mentioning that to people, the number of people who are indicating their interest, we have to go over 15. So certainly we will be going over 15. We would not want to turn back anyone, but at the same time we don't want to dilute the program, because after they leave we want continuity. It is not just come and do a training, turn our back, but on the ground at the Cannes level, we're going to see how we can continue the process of improving it to the point that it becomes an economic activity for our participants and people who we will train in the future.
I'm sure the participants will leave there with, but before I take you, Gabriel, of course I have to spend some time with you this morning. Let me take a quick phone call. Somebody may want to ask a question.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings, yes.
And salutations of blessed and God morning to you and yours, Matt. I'm here listening to the program, And I second the gentleman when he talk about how beautiful Dominica is. You know, when I hear people talking, I have to say something too. So I totally agree with him. And of the fruits and things like that there, I live in Barbados where we are not even getting rain. And when I went to Dominica, you see so much wastage of fruit. So I hope that you will be a help to these people to either process them, do something with them that people like me and the other islands can get some.
Thank you so much, Gail, out of Barbados. Gebu.
Well, Brother Matt, you know, first of all, the Caribbean Agricultural Network, which has been partnering with the State College, led by Dr. Peters, and who, of course, signed the MOU on Tuesday with Hubert Charles. I just want to, it's interesting how life is. Right after Hurricane David, my former history teacher, the first Dominican who I knew to have gone to Johns Hopkins, was Hubert Charles. He called me to say, look, we need you to teach fifth form agri-science. Now, I only had O levels, but I'd been a good student. I'd been the best student in agri-science. Of course, you know, my deceased brother, Dr. Christian, was the first Dominican to become a veterinary doctor and worked with people like Colin McIntyre and John Toussaint. Married Alicia Abraham, who's now at the DGS. My father, when he left the army with Clem Ferrara, the British government said, we'll give you either 7 acres of land or government job. Clem Ferrara took 7 acres in the Layou Valley. My father became a soil conservation officer in the Layou Valley. And they took bamboo plants from Malaysia under Chief Forestry Officer Bora and seeded the valley. And for almost 50 years, we had no landslides of the kind. They did not continue that project. And it was after that he joined the police force and the fire service. But he met my mother in the Layou Valley. So when we are involved in agriculture, it's not some fad or whatever. We grew crops, we exported bananas. My mother's 86. She was a member of the 4-H club in the 1940s at the St. Joseph Primary School. At 86, my mother is planting okras, tomatoes, and pumpkins on a plot of land 15 feet by 15 feet up in Upper Marlborough in the summer. She can't bend much now, but she's in the little garden planting. And I share this because that is the kind of productivity that drives a nation. And Matt, it is interesting that we are here with you because I met you with Brother Ruzi in 2000 at the University of New Orleans. You remember that? We were partnering with the University of New Orleans in New Orleans, Louisiana.
So that partnership started a long time ago.
That's correct. So the whole idea of partnering is something that we have been consistent about, because without partnering, you can't build a nation. You have to share your knowledge. If knowledge is in your head, it is of no value to anyone. So you have to be able to reach out to other people, hold hands, collaborate, even those who disagree with you, even those who may try to bring you down. You have to go beyond the personal, and it's a deeply spiritual purpose, because if it's a material walk, you will never succeed. It has to be about sharing with others. It has to be about grace. It has to be about development of community, not self. Anytime you play a self game in a society, anytime you play an exclusionary game in a society, anytime you relegate the majority of a society to the margins and you only deal with some individuals who are in your circle, the society becomes unhinged. And so our mission is education, so we can educate our people in the best practices, so we can be an Athens of the Caribbean. And then, of course, project implementation, so we can find ways to work together with our partners at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, working with the State College, working with the high schools, working with the University of the West Indies. And of course, Matt, we got to work with you because you're a tribune upon which we can disseminate the information to bring people together for productive endeavor.
Tell me, Gable, I know Chocolate de la Dominique, our time is, quickly coming to an end there. But Chocolate de la Dominique, a big project there. It started some time ago. We saw a pause. What is going on? There's the launch this afternoon at Dexia. Tell us about that.
So the test phase of 2008, of course, went very well. But one hand cannot clap. You understand? And that's something that we have to understand in Dominica. We can only work things through with collaboration. Anyway, we returned with our farmers and harvested beans with the support of Dexia, Dr. Sam Christian, Lister Shillingford, led by our director, Errol Emanuel, with the assistance of Dennis Shillingford at Bartley Estate and others in the Ministry of Agriculture. And we produced a product with Spag and Vola. Eric Reed, the best chocolate here in the Washington, D.C. metro area, was here with our top leadership, which offered support. And we were able to produce a premium bar. It came right at the time of Tropical Storm Erica, and we donated the funds raised to that. It's on the market in the Washington, D.C. area, and we're back this afternoon at Dexia to lunch between 2 and 3. We'll have some of the media there. We'll have some tastings. We'll talk about the effort, because in the second phase, we hope to have the meal here in Dominica, so our farmers who are in the chocolate field can have ability to accrete some value by value adding, so they can get more for their bean. And if we continue on that process, we'll be able to see serious foreign exchange income through that effort.
Are you still looking for partnership, though, with the local farmers?
Local farmers, and of course, those in authority, but regardless of whatever obstacles we may face, we will keep doing our best, putting forth our best effort. And that will be, of course, manifest in what happens this afternoon at 2, and what will be in continuity online. We at Spag and Vola have the portal, so those in the diaspora who are listening to my voice, you can actually go online, and if you put into Google, Chocolate de la Dominique, you can buy your bar online. It'll be delivered to you wherever you are.
All right, let's take a phone call. Are you there, caller?
Yes, I'm here. Morning.
Morning.
Morning to you, Gabriel Christian, Gebu.
Morning, my brother.
And the team with you. I think I want to commend you and the team for this initiative. And you have always shown a passion and interest in Dominican development. And I think this is the way to go, because as a small developing state, I think all hands need to be on deck. And I think the ideas does not rely in one head. It does not reside in one head, and therefore those of us who are able to input together to grow the country, this is the country interest. And I think the farmers will recognize and understand the chocolate business that you're involved in. I know it's a struggle, it's a tough thing, but once the collective will is there and farmers understand, I think you can get it to go forward. So I want to wish you well, and I want to wish the team with you well, and I want to thank you for this continuous interest and passion and love for what we'll call the homeland, Dominica. Because here sometimes people say you're out of state, but while you're out of state, your heart is in Dominica, and I think that is very good, and other persons should emulate that. So all the best, and we will see you a little later. Thank you.
My brother, thank you so much. God bless you, and God bless all those who are conscious and committed.
Thank you so much. There's also another project that you're here for at this time. Rain on Tin Roof, UWI Open Campus tonight. Tell us a little about that.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the good Lord, and we send prayers to Miss Andre, the mother of my partner in things literary, right? Honorable Justice Irvin Andre's mom is an indomitable, I think, young lady, but she's up there too, and we wish her well, and many long years. But Rain on a Tin Roof came out in 1999. It's being used at University of California System, Channel Islands, Sarah Lawrence College, Wheeling Jesuit University, and 5 stars on Amazon.com. It's a book that many Dominicans have gotten to love over the years, basically dealing with our literature. We'll be speaking about literature as an instrument of national development. We believe that it's not simply about writing a book or any sort of narcissism or selfishness, but being able to record the march of a people through the sands of time, and being able to give color and contour and image to our culture and our heritage, so that Dominicans can develop a strong self-confidence without which we will not prosper. You see, if we believe that our salvation lies from without and not from within, if we believe that we are only to be led and we're only to be followers and not leaders within our homes or schools and our communities, then nothing shall be achieved. We will not have the innovation of a Bill Gates and the scientific genius of an Albert Einstein, or the literary wizardry of a William Shakespeare, or Samuel Selborne, or V.S. Naipaul. All of that which exists in a universal humanity exists within the Dominican people. And we, when I say we, I mean Irvin Andre and our teachers like Dorothy Livy, Henry Volney, Hubert Charles, Alwyn Bully, Cape Holydore, Miss Joseph, my Aunt Floss, my Uncle Henkel Christian, my Uncle Lemuel Christian, my parents, all of that which they gave us, we would be irresponsible where we did not harness it to share with others, to create new literature, to teach, to guide, to help, so our folk, wherever they may be, can appreciate and understand we are competent people, and by such competence we shall rise among the family of nations.
Thank you so much. That was so inspiring. There is 9:06 in the morning as we sort of wrap it down there with our big, I should say, the big team and the big station right here. But let me go back to the professors before we wrap up here. Give them a chance basically to invite you again to this big session happening on Saturday and the importance of it.
Once again, we really want to share this knowledge, the scientific methodology to preserve food. Don't think it as it's going to be daunting. Science can be really applicable. Science can be easy to learn, and that's why we are here for. We want to bring this research-based knowledge to our common folks so that they can understand and implement these methods to preserve their food for over a year and enjoy the food and keep it more sustainable. And we are really thrilled to be here, and I welcome you all to come and attend our workshop and learn something valuable, pass it on to the people you know, pass this knowledge, and that's our goal here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The chocolate that I have on my hands right now is a testament to what you can do with the local produce and bring it to a new level. We want to do it with cocoa. We want to do it with the mangoes. We want to do it with the guava, and we want to move on from the bananas and the coconut that I see around. The list goes on, and I believe this is a fast step for us, but it has not been a fast step for Gabriel. He has shown us the evidence that I carry here on my hand, and so it is doable. So based on the science, and we can be able to market this here in Dominica and beyond. So I believe that this workshop that is being held here on Saturday and the conference that is going on today and tomorrow are really critical to bring knowledge, practical knowledge to the people of Dominica. Thank you.
You see a lot of potential here? Pass the microphone too. You see a lot of potential here?
Yes, Gabe, like I said, Matt, like I said, traditionally we've been hearing that when a fruit, a particular product is in season, it is waste. Just Friday I saw a pineapple farmer with a pickup of pineapples, and they're probably about the second stage before fully being ripe. And in my mind, I'm thinking of the training that we're going to have, and I'm saying that housewives can actually buy their pineapples and preserve it, that when it is out of season, they can actually have pineapples. And so we have carambola being wasted, we have guavas being wasted, we have apricots being wasted, because when they are in season, they are bountiful and they go to waste. The opportunity is now for us to preserve them, and that is what we are bringing to our Dominican people. On Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, Dominica Grammar School, we'll have our two excellent professors delivering, and like they said, science is not something you should shy away from. It is practical, doable, and is evidence-based. So our professors have already understood that they're going to be presenting in a way that the commoners among us can understand.
In a very simple way. Gable, somebody says, well, I live in Maryland and I would like to get in touch with those professors. I think the simplest way to do that is to get in touch with Mr. Gabriel Christian, and I'm sure he'll make contact.
Simply Google my name and all the information will come up, and they can go to Caribbean Agricultural Network, and that is the team that is engaged in as an NGO with the folks here, both in the public and private sector, and of course the educational sector in the United States, University of Maryland. We're very proud to associate with such distinguished scholars, as our brother Errol, our leader over here, said, and he's been a leader in agriculture longer than I've been. It's a question, frankly, of applying the scientific method. It's evidence-based, and we've been able to manifest in reality. We've moved from conceptualization to actualization, and that is very important, because more we can create, the greater our confidence level can become. So every man, woman, and child in Dominica, local and overseas communities can feel so competent.
What time is the Teen on the Roof session today?
Rain on the Teen Roof is at 6 p.m. University of the West Indies Open Campus. The chair will be my old literature teacher, who, in the days of the sixth form college, we didn't steal, but we had to beg, borrow. We had teachers from the convent high school, from the SMA, and so on. So Dorothy Levy, great literary mind and teacher, will be the chair. So 6 p.m., all the general public is invited. We are going to have a very dynamic session about Dominican literature as encapsulated in the work that Urban and I and others have done through Poncassi Press and the other writers who made their contribution to the onward march of our civilization.
It was a pleasure, Mr. Gabriel Christian. Professors, come back soon, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Emmanuel, thank you very much. The pleasure was mine this morning on the hot seat. 9:12.
Saturday, June 4, Harlem Plaza. Fans from all across will converge for a night of sweet reggae lovers rock featuring the legendary Sanchez live in concert. Sanchez and the Chronic Band out of Jamaica. With hit after hit after hit. Sanchez. Secure your advance tickets now. $60 from Bullseye, Skeeter, Booyah Flavor, Petland and Marboy Rosso, Jabba Scott said Miss Bay Granby, Mini Cash Portsmouth, Small Axe, and at Reggae on the Boardwalk. Limited VIP $100 with complimentary drinks. Saturday, June 4, a must-see. Sanchez, one of the best voices in reggae. Alongside Dr. Silk and the Revolution Band, DJ Spawner, DJ Matthew, and more. Presented by Dutch Lady Power Shake, Milan's Bar and Grill, Digicel, Vibes Radio, Kubuli, Fort Young, Arden Sounds, Sunflower Bakery, Best Deal Rentals, and Mirror Entertainment. You don't want to miss this.
Girl, come and walk with me.
Listen to Q95 everywhere in Dominica on these frequencies. 95.1 FM, Brozo and Southwest. 95.7 FM, Castleboost and the East. 95.7 FM, Grand Bay and the South. 97.5 FM, Marigot and the Northeast. 105.7 FM, Portsmouth and the North. 105.7 FM, Laplane and the East. We are also on Digicel Play Channel 100 and Channel 904. At Marpin 2K4 Channel 97. Our global website link is www.q95da.com. Link up our Wice QFM live audio stream online via TuneIn Radio. Like our exciting program pages on Facebook.com/Q95FM Radio. Follow us on Twitter.com/Q95FM Radio. Check Q95FM Radio videos and photos on Instagram. Listen to our podcasts at Q95FMradio.podbean.com. And link us on YouTube at youtube.com/user/Q95FM Radio. Keep it locked to Q95, the big station.
Everyone's talking about reggae on the boardwalk. This and every Thursday, 9 p.m. Boardwalk, Rubia Highway. A diverse selection of reggae music from your DJs. RS Digital, Miguel Labadie and DJ Matthew. Cover charge $10. Come early and receive a complimentary welcome drink. Win prizes from Digicel. Reggae on the boardwalk, your official Thursday night entertainment. Reggae on the boardwalk with Matthew, Digital and Labadie. Supported by Kira Vodka, Appleton Estate, Vibes Radio, Mirror Entertainment and Digicel, the extraordinary network for extraordinary events. When you win them, while you lose again. June 4, Harlem Plaza. Fans from all across will converge for a night of sweet reggae lovers rock featuring the legendary Sanchez live in concert. Sanchez and the Chronic Band out of Jamaica. With hit after hit after hit. Sanchez. Secure your advance tickets now. $60 from Bullseye, Skeeter, Booyah Flavor, Petland and Marboy Rosso, Jabba Scott said Miss Bay Granby, Mini Cash Portsmouth, Small Axe, and at Reggae on the Boardwalk. Limited VIP $100 with complimentary drinks. Saturday, June 4, a must-see. Sanchez, one of the best voices in reggae. Alongside Dr. Silk and the Revolution Band, DJ Spawner, DJ Matthew, and more. Presented by Dutch Lady Power Shake, Milan's Bar and Grill, Digicel, Vibes Radio, Kubuli, Fort Young, Arden Sounds, Sunflower Bakery, Best Deal Rentals, and Mirror Entertainment. You don't want to miss this. Sanchez.
Girl, come and walk with me.
Inyoti Madam Razad, Silte Iskino, Yalioti Doctor, they take 2 tablets every 6 hours. Yalipo 6 tablets every 2 hours. Ambulance Kiwamasi, it got chime. When she recovered Yodi from no one, you go to Quick Care Pharmacy Kote Halsbro. La yoke espiche tout bite bawa. La wivela, idio, you that is Quick Care? Yodi yes, ma'am, Quick Care. Every type of personalized service. It tell me satisfy. Like viwe kaili di mawi. I get dependable, knowledgeable, trustable, and supportable service. Mawi di yes, and that is a big table. I got the evaki di Howard Juju cafe vemwe. If you no honey, go and take your medicine. Yes, Quick Care Pharmacy Kote Halsbro. Service you can trust for all your prescription and over-the-counter drugs. He can, she can, they all can testify about the professionalism and benefits Kote Quick Care Pharmacy. Premier for an taxi say St. Thomas evaki di the medicine by Quick Care delight all my sickness. It evle di delete. Quick Care Pharmacy Kote Halsbro. Telephone 440-8600.
Everyone's talking about reggae on the boardwalk. This and every Thursday, 9 p.m. Boardwalk, Lubia Highway. A diverse selection of reggae music from your DJs. RS Digital, Miguel Labadie and DJ Matthew. Cover charge $10. Come early and receive a complimentary welcome drink. Win prizes from Digicel. Reggae on the boardwalk, your official Thursday night entertainment. Reggae on the boardwalk with Matthew, Digital, and Labadie. Supported by Kira Vodka, Appleton Estate, Vibes Radio, Mirror Entertainment, and Digicel, the extraordinary network for extraordinary events. You win them while you lose again.
Listen to Q95 everywhere in Dominica on these frequencies. 95.1 FM, Roseau and Southwest. 95.7 FM, Castleboost and the East. 95.7 FM, Grand Bay and the South. 97.5 FM, Marigot and the Northeast. 105.7 FM, Portsmouth and the North. 105.7 FM, Lapland and the East. We are also on Digicel Play Channel 100 and Channel 904. And Marpin 2K4 Channel 97. Our global website link is www.q95da.com. Link up our Wice QFM live audio stream online via TuneIn Radio. Like our exciting program pages on facebook.com/Q95FM Radio. Follow us on twitter.com/Q95FM Radio. Check Q95FM Radio videos and photos on Instagram. Listen to our podcasts at Q95FMradio.podbean.com. And link us on YouTube at youtube.com/user/Q95FM Radio. Keep it locked to Q95, the big station.
Yeah, shoppers, are you ready to shop smart? Come on now. Springfield Trading brings you S-Smart, a new shopping facility located in the Springfield Trading Complex on Goodwill Road. The smart way to shop is with S-Smart. Come and enjoy one-stop S-Smart shopping and get a large selection of quality products at competitive prices in a comfortable and convenient shopping center with spacious parking. Friendly employees, exceptional service. Exceptional service. Flexible shopping hours, 7 days a week with ATM services on site. So be a satisfied, smart shopper. A satisfied customer. Visit us today on Goodwill Road and shop smart now.
Governance on Q. Monday nights from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Let's get to the point. Too many reports, proposals, policy recommendations, and implementation strategies for achieving social and economic growth gathering dust on shelves. Institutions eroded, compromised, and broken. Recommendations being ignored while poverty persists among the people. Governance on Q. Break through the barriers of uncertainty and despair and get back to the basics of good governance with bold new ideas for initiatives and growth for all of the people. Rebuild our institutions and get them back on track. Governance on Q. Discuss and understand the urgency to get real growth and empower the people to convert sound policies into tangible action, to fully engage local expertise and entrepreneurs at home and abroad, to let all ideas and voices contend, to stop putting square pegs in round holes and recycling unfulfilled